Whilst I was on them, it cleared my skin. When I came off them, my skin was horrendous. It just erupted. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel MagmaFace. Here we discuss everything skincare and health. So if you saw my previous video, that was just me talking you through my skincare plans and goals for 2024. But in this video, I just want to do a quick talk and a recap on my skincare journey in more detail. So as a child growing up, my skin was perfect. Then of course, puberty hit. My skin got really oily. And I just remember thinking, oh, my skin, I'm getting the odd pimple, this isn't great. And then by the end of 2013, my skin, particularly just around my chin area here, erupted in terrible acne. And this was really painful. And at the time I was about 14, 15 years old. And I just remember feeling so embarrassed about it. And of course I wanted to fix my skin issues. So I took a very proactive approach to try and heal my skin. After doing some research, I decided to go to my doctor and they prescribed me the acne-fighting cream. I'm not sure if it was called acne-fighting at the time, but it was a benzoyl peroxide cream, your basic 5 or 10% benzoyl peroxide. And I remember applying that to my chin area and it actually started to clear up, but it left me really dry and really sensitive. And at this time, I hadn't learned about moisturizers, the importance of keeping your skin protected from the sun, or anything like that. So I really suffered the side effects and I discontinued using it. So at this point I was getting a bit despondent and I tried a lot of natural things. So I mentioned earlier when I read online there was turmeric face masks you could create. So I went down that route and I painted my face in a load of turmeric. And I remember, I think I had to mix it with something like milk or whatever, and it went on my face and I let it dry and I left it on for like an hour or two, and I remember washing it off and my face was literally stained like the colour of this jumper that I'm wearing right now. It was yellowy orange and it just wouldn't wash off. And I remember the next day at school my face was yellow and everyone was saying, oh, what's happened to your face? And I was just like, oh, I've tried just a little hack online, just yeah. And that was also embarrassing. It was around 2014-15 now, and I was approximately 15, 16, and the acne was still there, but I read online about the Caveman Routine, which basically means you stop washing your face with soaps, you don't put nothing on it, you just wash your face with water in the morning and in the evening, and that's it, and you don't do anything else. Now, I'll insert pictures here because my skin actually cleared up on this routine and I kept with it from 2014 up until about, I want to say 2018, 19. I kept with it for a very long time because the results actually were quite good. My skin cleared up. There was the occasional spot, but I was confident in my skin. But that leads me on to another thing now, because at this period of my life, I was not eating the best. I wasn't applying any sun creams, of course, or keeping my skin protected against the sun. This led to a few sunburns on occasion when I was growing up, which was unfortunate because obviously sun damage and the UV rays coming through every single day on your skin is really damaging. So yeah, I decided that something did have to be done in terms of a skincare routine. And as well as that, my skin was actually getting some texture and it was getting some dry skin along my cheeks and my chin and my nose, because when obviously you're washing your face with just water, you can't really exfoliate properly. So that leads me on to my next chapter, which is basically when I started to try different diets. So it was the late 2010s, and around that time, that's when we saw the rise of all the health gurus online talking about different diets, and there was so much conflicting information. But at the same time, there was obviously the rise in veganism, with the vegan stories and the vegan lifestyle being promoted more. And I fell victim to that. I took my life down that way and I thought, right, this is it. My health, everyone online saying veganism is going to take my health from here to here, my skin from here to here. And it just didn't. It ruined my digestive system. It triggered my IBS. It didn't help my skin. And unfortunately, I lost a copious amount of weight. So I just gave it up. I gave it up. But I continued to still be dairy free, because dairy, when you search online acne and diet, dairy and sugar are the main culprits. So I decided to partake in a dairy free diet, and my skin remained okay-ish, but I still wasn't 100% happy, and I would still get back acne. So I thought I'll do some more research into skincare routines so I can kind of tackle it with the skincare and the dairy free diet. So I learned about niacinamides and all of these other ingredients that I hadn't tried in the past, and I tried them all: the tretinoin, the azelaic acid, the differin, the adapalene, so I try all of that, and my skin looks good, okay, at this point. I even started doing YouTube videos online to help people with their skin. I had some absolutely amazing results on my blackheads and open pores, and I was loving life. But then there were times in my life where I was really stressed. This is when the stress was creeping up. It was COVID, of course, 2020, 2021, it was COVID. So there were times where I occasionally snuck a little bit of dairy because I was feeling stressed. I wanted to enjoy some food. And I noticed every time I had dairy, I would break out. That's what I thought, at least at the time. Every time I had dairy, I would break out. But this time things were different. It's like my body had fundamentally changed. It was like something had changed within my skin, because the spots I were getting were no longer the whiteheads. They were cystic and they were deep. And I remember the first one I ever had, and it was absolutely horrendous. It was like this big, and I'll insert a picture. It was horrendous. And I thought, oh my God, I've never had a spot like this before. And my first thought, and it came true, was that this is going to leave a scar no matter what I do with it. The inflammation is just so strong right now. It's going to scar. I'm going to be left permanently scarred from this. And this was frightening, because I was young, and I was like 19 or going into my 20s, and I was just thinking, oh my gosh, the acne hopefully is finally behind me. But every time I slipped up on my diet, or I would get a huge cystic acne breakout. But it was really hard in retrospect to look back and pinpoint dairy being the cause, because there's been times, actually in the past year, where I've eaten loads of dairy and I've never developed a cystic acne. So then I thought maybe it's because I was stressed, and that's why I was eating the dairy, and perhaps stress was the actual cause. That brings me on into 2021, when my skin started to behave itself a little bit from just, I think, sticking to the diet, and I was in a better place mentally, and I was feeling confident that my acne was gone for good. I genuinely thought my acne has gone for good now. I thought, that's it, I'm in the clear. My skin was looking radiant. I felt really confident. I started dating a little bit, and I thought, okay, my skin's fixed now. Let's work on something else, another insecurity of mine. So my other insecurity is my body. I'm 6'2", and I'm quite slim. I'm naturally an ectomorph, and sometimes I don't feel confident in my body. That's why I wear jumpers to cover up my slim arms. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to start working out. Let me tell you guys, I got results with my body, but my skin, it just flipped. It's like the natural boost in testosterone. That's the only variable I can put it down to, because I was still dairy free at this point, and I had been for like 5 years or whatever. And my skin just erupted. So it was December 2021. I thought I'll have to reach out again for some medical help and really go to the doctors. So I thought, okay, right, I really want to take Roaccutane at this point. I've tried everything. I really want to take it, even though I've done all my research and I've not wanted to take that over the years, but I think this is the point. My dermatologist did say it could be acne, it could be acne rosacea. So to this day, I mean, I don't know what I'm actually dealing with. It looks like acne to me, but I mean, there is some redness around here, which could be rosacea. So anyway, she looked at my medical history and she thought, well, you've not been on the antibiotics yet, so we'll put you on them. Let me tell you guys, I regret going on the antibiotics. That's a whole nother video, but basically whilst I was on them, it cleared my skin. When I came off them, my skin was horrendous. It just erupted. But I did have a nice 6 months, I suppose, of clear skin. And in that 6 to, I think it was 6, 7, 8 months of clear skin, I had a blast. I was putting myself out there. I actually was in a relationship. I felt really confident. But as soon as I came off them, within a few weeks, my skin had just turned back to the way it was. So that was it. The dermatologist said, okay, it's Roaccutane for you now. But there were so many side effects that I experienced with the antibiotics. I'll document that in another video, guys, because like I said, it's a whole nother video. And then I did more research into Roaccutane, and I stumbled on all the anecdotes and some studies that suggest it could potentially cause depression, and it can potentially cause inflammatory bowel disease and other autoimmune conditions. And I just wasn't prepared to put myself through that. But at the same time, I hated my skin, so I didn't know what to do. So I decided in the end to not go through with Roaccutane, but do an autoimmune diet. Because I literally thought at this point, it's not just acne, it's not just spots, and it's not just the occasional cyst. Like, I'm getting full-blown cystic acne. This is an immune system thing. So I started the autoimmune diet, and I carried this on for a few months, and I got some okay results. The inflammation went down, but my skin still wasn't perfect. I was still getting the cystic breakouts, never as bad as when I came off the antibiotics, but they were still really horrendous. I remember Christmas 2022, my skin erupted in huge cystic acne lesions, and it left me feeling really depressed. I kind of bimbled along. I stopped being dairy free and didn't notice a huge difference at all in the amount of cystic acne I was getting. So I just carried on trying to eat more whole foods, because at the time as well I was dealing with kidney stones. So I just wanted to carry on just living a healthy lifestyle and doing a minimal skincare routine with maybe the odd active thrown in there when I get a breakout. And that got me to where I am right now. So moving forward, I want to carry on with my ketogenic diet, which I mentioned in my last video that I started at the beginning of 2024. And I'm also going to continue with my azelaic acid 20% and my blue and red light therapy device. And I haven't had a spot or a cyst since the beginning of the year. I'm still super positive for 2024. I want to build this channel so there's a safe place for us to all discuss what's working for our skin. And I want to hear all sides. There's going to be nothing censored on this channel. This is a 100% honest and open channel. I want everyone to sound off in the comments and discuss, because it helps you guys out and it helped me out as well, just discussing all the different treatment options and what I could potentially incorporate into my routine and lifestyle that's worked for you guys. So yeah, please do reach out if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Bye.